What is up, y'all? You already know what it is. I'm your girl, baby. I'm on the East Coast swag on these West Coast streets.
And what is up, y'all? This is Sammy Pende tapping in.
Full disclosure before we get started. I am a dog mom. I have fur babies. They get treated like motherfucking royalty, okay? So before you walk up to my car outside the store, just know these dogs is living better than some people, okay? I had somebody call. Yeah, I was in the store for like 5 minutes and I had someone call and say like, would you return to your car now, please, for my dog? Like my dog in distress. No, he's stressing me out. Shoot.
It's the screams of spoiled children. That's what it is.
Right.
Because my fur baby will cry and scream like a battered woman.
It ain't nothing wrong with
people just assume they in distress.
Let's dive in, because we covering a lot. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of news, probably some entertainment. We're gonna go over some reality that me and Miss Pene both love, and we just have to cover. So I'm definitely ready for us to jump.
I have to get this off my chest. I gotta get it off my chest.
What we're gonna cover today, y'all, is we're gonna cover Married at First Sight. Now that it's at the end of the season, and the next episode is pretty much the finale. Everybody should be caught up.
We got two more episodes.
Oh, okay, my bad. We got 2 more episodes.
We got 2.
I gotta give you some quick news. I'm gonna give y'all some news information, for our community throughout the segment. But the first thing I want to talk about is what's on the tip of everybody's tongue, and that is the student loan forgiveness application. Yes, everybody. I know
Money back Biden.
Everybody is on it. They saw it on social media. Let me tell you one thing. I'm very upset because me and Miss Pene realized the news before it even got spreaded on TMZ, the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. So we're definitely going to, we know we need to get our information out there before anyone else, because clearly we're on the new and up information just with the baddest top 10 gossip channel. So it is a beta application out. That is true. You can apply. Now, it's not going to be available all the time because it is a beta testing, which means it is not an open view. It is not something that they're secure with. Although if you do submit your application, you don't have to resubmit just because they're in the beta phase. They are still going to accept your application as normal. It just means they're just accepting fewer than they would when it being openly out there. I know one thing people are worried about is if you qualify. They say that everyone qualifies as long as it was, federal assistance and everything. However, there are stipulations that third parties, you may not get as much of a forgiveness loan as others, but that's just something they're in the works with. So it was originally $50,000 when Biden was running in the elections. Then it went down to a negotiating price of $20,000, and now it varies from $10,000 to $20,000. And now there's other restrictions on it that you may even not even get that much. I think it's just all because it's a money game. It's a paper trail, and it's around election time, so they're kind of putting stipulations on it. But being that it does have an effect on the community, will have an effect on the economy and economic growth. It is something that we have to put out there. And regardless, if you don't know where you fall into, I would apply. Hell, I applied. I put it in twice to make sure it went through.
Applied.
I wanted to make sure it went through.
Applied, because you never know.
You never know. Like, we're gonna jump over to what we've been seeing buzz online. I'll go first. What I have been seeing buzz online is Miss Stallion of Le Megan.
What's going on with Megs?
We're gonna jump into that.
What's going on with Miss Megan?
All right, so Miss Megan, she was on Saturday Night Live and she effing killed it. Another thing that was very important of the night is she does have a website that people don't believe this is the real website, but I actually typed it in myself and it is badbitcheshavebaddays2.com. It is really a mental health website.
Health matters.
It really just speaks to you. Like, you can actually go up there, and it is, I definitely think it is something you should tour. It has a very comfortability kind of feel to it, you know, and it just has pretty much sources where you can, you know what I'm saying, it's an actual website.
Yeah,
when she was performing her song, it wasn't Plan B, it's something else. I think is it called Anxiety? She was performing the song
Anxiety.
Yeah, I think that's what the song that it was. I think it was Anxiety. I'm pretty sure it was. But she got emotional and she was reciting, you know, her lyrics, and especially a specific part where it was like a letter to herself or to, you know, saying her mom and everything, and where her at mental state, because everybody goes through a lot, you know, celebrities or regular people, you go through a lot. And as a Black or brown or immigrant community, we are taught to hold it in. Amazing. I thought, I'm not gonna lie, you know, in the beginning when Saturday Night Live first comes on and they have to give the big speech, like they be like, hi, you know, thank you for having me, and you know, let's party Saturday Night Live, and then it goes into the band. I thought she was gonna crash like Kim Kardashian, because I don't care how many fake laughs it was in the audience. It was eerie to watch Kim Kardashian do it. So I thought the same thing was gonna happen with Stallion and Z Megan, but boy, y'all gotta watch it. It was
my social media news is the whole Nicki Minaj and Lotto.
I was hoping you brought this up because I'm so lost. So please break it down for us, Miss Benai.
Okay, so Grammy nominations are out here buzzing and spinning. And Nicki Minaj had recently put her Super Freaky Girl. Well, her Super Freaky Girl song was up for a nomination. Originally, it was put in the rap category. Unfortunately, the Grammy committee decided that maybe, just maybe, we need to put that in pop.
Because it does toggle. But it is rap.
But she was upset. She went on live and she was like, if I have to be in there, why doesn't Lotto's Big Energy?
No, she was rapping a pop. She was rapping on that track.
Right. And so she was like, well, you know, we got the same producer. Right. She was like, we got the same producers, this, that, and the third. You know, you got Mariah Carey on there. Like, it's just as poppy as mine. And she was just going off. So next thing you know, Lotto was like, I can't even celebrate getting Grammy nominations without people coming to her. And so it definitely was like, it was very her going back and forth with a child. That's definitely what it was. Like, she even stopped calling her Lotto and started calling her Scratch All
rap in her late years of her career. That's just what
Which is very true. Like, I feel like it was very, like, I felt like Nicki went down to her level, like down a level to argue with this child in a sense.
Like, why is she so
because
upset?
Granted, she is 23, but she's still girl. She called her a Karen because, you know, she is mixed. She called her like, she didn't even start
why is she really calling her Scratch All? Everybody like Nicki.
And that's what I wonder. Like, it's
what's
like, why are you putting these? You're arguing with people who came after you.
So you must really not have no hits coming out, because this is all you can do is argue.
And I don't know, is it like, that's what I'm like, is it you're arguing because you are coming out with your album and that's what you've been saying a lot? And so you're trying to keep yourself in the buzz and keep yourself
ain't nothing wrong,
so that when your music comes out.
Ain't nothing wrong with not putting out no more music. There's nothing wrong with
But she is putting out music. That's
but
her
even
thing.
If she don't. So what? You're tarnishing your name because of your attitude right now. So I don't even want to listen to your new music.
And because you're
you could just be like doing shows to make money on the side because you that bitch and you got all the coins and stuff. I'm gonna do these shows, do some Super Bass and some Anaconda for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then throw a banger out there. But you won't even do that. You want some like real reckless stuff. And we're like, girl, where's your album to be talking this much? All right, we're not gonna bore you guys anymore. Talking about social media. We are gonna go to the topic on hand, which is Married at First Sight. And then next season we are gonna do Ready to Love, because that's my shit. I am ready.
It's all or nothing.
Listen, Ready to Love. Y'all ain't ready for that yet, but wait till next season. Then we're gonna be ready. But Married at First Sight is what we are on right now. I don't know what season this is. It's like 14, 15, 16.
15.
One of those. 15. Thank you. Okay. We're on season 15 and we are in sunny San Diego, California. Of course, we were gonna have to get to the West Coast eventually because who makes a show and not go to California? I mean, come on. Yeah. So we are gonna start from the beginning and we are gonna go from couple to couple. Okay, we are gonna do some background so you guys know because we are down to the last 2 episodes.
There's some spoils.
We are, if you haven't watched it, don't watch this part yet. Pause us, watch it, and then come back and then watch the rest of this with us. But if you have, this is our review until the La finale. I don't know why I'm putting la in front of everything, but I feel it's a la French, not a la Spanish. Couple number 1 is
Lindy and Miguel. That's our first couple.
Lindy and Miguel. All right.
Lindy and Miguel.
Both of them are doctors. Lindy,
are they both doctors?
Yes. Well, they both have their doctorate. One is
yes, you're right. Lindy is associate medical director, and Miguel is a what is it? Oh no, I'm sorry. Lindy is a physical therapist,
like
and Miguel is medical. No, he's a medical director, like medical director.
In the beginning, so they're both doctors. Miguel is a Dungeons and Dragons introvert, but he's kind of cool. He writes poems, but he's not a serious person. I don't fucking know. Like he writes poems. Lindy is a breaking Amish. She's not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that for anybody who is actually breaking Amish. But she came from like the Mormon culture, and she was like she broke free. And so
this is a complete 180 in her part.
Yeah. Okay. So they were all like love drawn at first. They loved you. They I don't know. She's always been a negative Nancy to me from the beginning. She's always like, oh, that's so cute. It's awkward. Oh my God, blah, blah. But they showed the first
She's
love.
Always been really quirky to me.
Yeah. They're both kind of quirky, but they also both express love in the beginning, Where we're at now is like they can't stand each other. Why? Because Lindy's crazy.
Lindy, okay.
Is a control freak.
With Lindy, she's because of her personality. She's very like boop, hoo, ha, like she's all over the place constantly. And him being this kind of introverted, kind of geeky guy, he's very like, I'm not that open. Like, this is it. So they're clashing because it's like his personality and what he wants is like vastly different from, or what he needs is vastly different from her wants and her needs. And they're starting to show that because it was like they were meshing really well. And I feel like as we're getting to the end,
they jumped the gun before they actually knew.
Yeah, it's gonna get into the part where they're like nervous and they're just over analyzing because they are, they are in the medical field, they're in the doctor, so they're over analyzing everything, and it's like
keeping them from apart. So D-Day is coming up.
Scared. They're getting scared.
Together or not? What do you think?
D-Day. Honestly, I feel like they could make it. I feel like what they need is to communicate a lot better. I feel like Lindy needs to speak up more about herself, speak up more about what she wants in this relationship. And I think Miguel needs to not be so hard on himself and hard on her about how this is me, this is what I need, and you have to either accept this or you can't.
Right. I feel like they're both gonna say yes on decision day, but they're not gonna stay together because I feel like she's going to just be like, enough is enough. I need to show him the dragon. And the whole time there was no need for you to snap out. But now he's like, oh, you're tripping, and he's gonna fall back. So that's, cookie cutter. Couple number 2. Who do we got?
Kristen and Mitch.
And Mitch. Mitch has turned into literally a verb. Mitch. So he is an environmental politician, and she is a real estate broker or something in real estate. I don't have the information of, but
she's a sales rep.
There we go.
She's a sales rep, and he is an environmental policy advocate.
He had a lot of eerie things about her in the beginning. He was like, I like her in makeup. I don't like her in makeup. I like her in makeup. I don't like her in makeup. So she never really felt comfortable. However, he always wanted to get sexual. So it was throwing her mixed signals. So now she's at the point like, what the do you want, Mitch? I want a fucking person,
right.
But
Mitch
again,
is definitely
they're so together. Yes. I think their next big riff was he went to a conference, he didn't wear his rings, and he was around a lot of pretty surfer girls. The reason why this is a trigger is because he always relates her to the pretty surfer girls. So
he wants a hippie girl.
Right. So of course she feels some type of way. She's going into decision day unsure because of what he just shows her. I personally think going into decision day, she is going to say no. I think he's going to say yes because he's starting to fall in love and accept it and see, maybe I can live on this side and still hate that the grass is greener. But I think she's going to say, I loved you too hard to the point where I forgot to love myself. It's a no. What do you think?
I don't know. I think, you know what? I do think she's probably going to say no. I think she's going to end up ultimately saying no. I think Mitch is probably he's going to want to say yes, but I think he's going to say no because she said no. I do like his honesty though, when he did, open up about the conference and stuff. Granted, the reasoning behind it, the whole, I just didn't want to answer all these questions. He could have just, made up something or just said, this is just a symbol of, I just don't want to, I just want to not want to be mingled and tied with everybody. I just want people to think, I'm married or I'm, not available. He could have said anything.
He could have said anything, but, he'll eat his words.
He chose not to.
All right, now we are on to couple number 3. Who's couple number 3?
All right, couple number 3 is logistics specialist Alexa and digital marketing expert Justin.
I'm glad you said that because I could not introduce them the way I introduced the other ones because I did not remember their jobs. So glad you said it. So
I'm thankful for this website because they have told me everything.
So run down with them. So he is the lover boy, very sweet. However, he also has been celibate for quite some time. She is more of the extrovert. She likes to be outdoors. She plays football, whatever. She's used to, the rough, tough guys. He's the lover. He was love at first sight. He said he loved you before anybody else. She's always been kind of tough. It was rocky in the beginning. Why? Because they are fur parents just like us. His dog Maya bit her dog, don't remember the dog name, but bit him in the eye. So Maya had to go because she was the biter. Now, where we are now is he needs affirmation that they are going to be together. He's Panay, where are you with this couple?
Okay, I want to say when I first started this season, I love this couple. Okay, I was rooting for them. I'm like, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. Like, he is just breaking down her walls,
making her giddy. They look at each other like people should look at each other when they in love.
I want what's best for Justin. Okay, I love Justin. I think his whole aura, his spirit, like, he deserves to have all the happiness in the entire world. And I feel like Alexis is just not it for him. Alexis is not the one that is gonna be there for him. Like, because of the fact that she is so flip-floppy about this whole, like, thing, it's caused him to really doubt himself as a person.
Yeah.
And that part to me has been very, very, very upsetting. Like, even one of the other males had went in their confession and was like, I think she's a manipulator. I think she has been manipulating him this entire time, and I just don't like it. And I was like,
always in people's business. I think she's ready for a relationship. I don't think she's ready for marriage because she's not willing to bend.
Yep.
You learn how to bend through relationships. You learn how to compromise through relationships. So do I think she is ready to learn? Yes, she's ready for relationships, but I don't think she's ready for marriage. And I don't think she's ready for a person like him because I don't understand if she doesn't understand him, and I think it's because of their personalities. I get, because they clashed at first when it came to him not speaking. She said it was a lack of communication, but then down the line she learned it's not a lack of communication. It's the way he was raised. In the Black, brown, and immigrant community that he grew up in, you don't speak on what happens. You do it. You do the action first. You know what I'm saying? You take the step before you think about it. That's how he was raised. And a lot of people are raised like that. But there are people who are raised like Alexis that you need to know A through Z, because I'm a person like that. I'm a person to tell you, hey, I got this idea, but then you'll never hear anything else about it. You won't hear anything.
Yeah.
And you'll think I'm over here just twiddling my thumb the whole time. I'm over here building the empire. I'm over here trying to get my mental together or something. Because I feel like I should handle it before I speak upon it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to speak something that is not going to happen. She's somebody who...
And I definitely am like Alexis. I do admit that.
Yes, you are.
I got to have the steps.
Yes,
I gotta
let you know, like,
because I am that person that I have to.
You have to see the steps.
And I don't.
Know
it's
the
not
steps,
that I tell everybody, but I have to do somebody close in my circle. Yes, I have to see the layout of the plan before. But I'm a little. I don't know.
Let's move on to this couple.
So
let's move
couple
on
number
to this
4.
One.
Couple number 4 is accountant Stasia and day trader Nate.
Let me sit up for this one. All right, we have long lost.
The way she talks about them.
We have long lost brother and la sister, Stasia and Nate. Yes, you gotta tell me you know DNA test.
Okay, they do look.
You're lying.
Okay.
And we got Stasia who emancipated
I get it. The
herself.
complexion, their features.
No, it's their facial features. That the only thing that's different is her eyes are bigger.
I'm looking at their picture, y'all.
Now don't look at their eyes. Their eyes are completely different. She got her mama eyes and he got his daddy eyes.
Okay, yeah, I guess from
if you
here
don't
down,
look at their eyes, if you bird box they asses. Whatever.
Yeah, from here down, I guess I can see.
Their structure is the same. We are talking about Nate, who is the entrepreneur. He went from selling knockoffs to selling stocks off. So I had to get in my blood and bone moment because I know what to say. Stasia, we got this girl.
I mean, like, is it Stacia?
Right.
Stacia,
okay.
Whatever her name
she
is.
She misemancipated because she knew she was meant to be a pillar in the San Diegoans community. She emancipated herself and she was independent. She started from the ground. She got her own house and all that. They started off, real flirtatious, almost like they knew each other from a past life because they related. But I slipped it in. They have been communication has been open. He's been willing to go above and beyond. She took his name right at the honeymoon. He agreed to go to marriage counseling and they even just started their marriage. and everything's been really good. They have consummated their marriage. They have a really good communication. It's just sometimes I feel like she wants too much from him. Where they're at right now is Stasia came in and she had a house that she put money down on. It's her home. She is from the ground up building it. But when they get married, it will be their home. Now she keeps saying she wants it to be their home. Feel like their home. So, she's taking him to the property.
Big eye rolls.
You can tell she was already intense from the walkthrough, just showing him. She was like real tedious about it. And then they went to a hardware store.
This is the color I wanted for this. This is the thing I wanted.
And the reason why this is so important is because, right, that's why this is so important. She's been mentioning how she wants kids, and he's letting her know, listen, having kids is
you got white furniture,
roses and daisies. And she's like, well, we'll make it work. So that's where they're at right now. They're having a hard time communicating. And I think Nate's at the point where he's realizing she does make more money than me. She has more profits than me, or more. She's at a different level than me. How am I going to fit in if things go wrong? So he's kind of at that panic button. You have to let him know, like, listen, we're going to have the family fun now. And then when the kids sleep, of course, we're going to go out and get hammered and then fall asleep, But when the kid is at the age where I can drop him off, oh, Nate.
The possibilities are endless.
The endless. Because you know why? Because after that fucking vacation or after that time away, you got to go back to being a responsible pillar of the community.
There was a scene where they were literally, she's at the dinner table with all of the other couples having vibrating panties on and sitting here like, ooh, 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 like having her little ooh moment.
That's something like, parents you guys
can still have fun. You can still do
that is something
you can still enjoy yourself while being parents. Like you can still keep the spice in the.
I think they're both going to say yes on decision day, but they're not going to last unless she allows herself to just be happy in life. She has to just accept the things she cannot change, and they will make it. Other than that,
I agree with that, though. Right? I do agree with that. I feel like they have the possibility to make it work. Like the experts say, she's gotta let some of that control go. Yeah. Ready for our last couple?
Our last couple is deactivated, but we still love to talk about them.
The last couple is registered. Hold up, where's my phone? Look closely. Registered. Nurse Morgan. R.N. Morgan. Okay. And Mr. Suave Debonair Engineer Ben.
Okay. He came out very fun, energetic, got along with everybody. However, and he was very gentle with it. Also, he was a reserved person. He liked to save energy. He don't turn on the lights on the daytime. One of them kind of people. She is our firecracker, butt-kicking warrior woman, and she is very independent. She wasn't really looking for a marriage. She was just looking for somebody to audition in her life. The reason why I said that, because those are literally her words in one of the episodes. Wink, wink.
I need a roommate. I need somebody to support me.
If you're one of the breakage of their relationship was he confided in other people who were going through the same experience that he was, aka Justin, instead of his wife. Now, it wouldn't have been such an issue if Miss Nosy Posy Alexis herself didn't find it to be important for her to go back and tell Miss La Wifey that her husband was confiding in her husband about the situations that were going on and how he should handle it. She just kept saying a closed wall. So then she was like, this is it. This is my D-Day. I don't want to be together. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have said it unless she said it. I think he would have kept trying to give it that notion. But unfortunately, they didn't last.
Because he said, I'm not a quitter.
Yeah, I guess we'll give them some kind of light. I am so glad that they broke up because I feel like she has a lot of growth to do before she gets a man.
He deserves better.
He deserves better. I think he just
Definitely.
he needs love. Glad they're not together. And I hope he is answering them DMs. And Morgan, I hope you graduate. Since you getting mad.
Get that last course, girl. Get that last course in. I agree. I definitely think that it was best for them to kind of end things when they did instead of waiting for the whole entire 8-week process, because Morgan knew when she confronted, because they did have 2 confrontations. The first time he told her, I wasn't sure if you were a registered nurse. And then the fact that he didn't, that was his fault. He did not really communicate or speak to her when there were problems or when he was feeling something.
And he felt
but
more comfortable
also he
going
didn't
to a
know how
gentle person.
because of her personality.
Yeah, he felt who's the other softest person on the scene? Justin. So he went and hugged another bear. It's like telling the Care Bears not to get up together. Like,
right.
He needed
And because she does have such an aggressive personality, I can see where it is hard to kind of
and because like, Alexis has such a
aggressive personality,
she probably sent it over another way too.
But I can't wait for these final 2 episodes. I can't wait to see what comes down an ultimate decision.
And let us know, what are your thoughts? If you are a Married at First Sight maniac like us, let us know what your thoughts are down in the comments.
Give us your side of the tea.
Yes, and we may even just go live with the finale so you guys can join us in a live talk. You just never fucking know. We love seeing you guys. Spread the word, okay? It doesn't just one click to share, okay? You don't even have to watch.
Right, share us.
Like, subscribe. Right, exactly.
Subscribe, comment, share.
If you don't, another thing that I want to let you know before we go, I want to touch on inflation really quickly. So a lot of people have been worried about the market and the economy. Everything's going down, everything's going up. As you can see where it's at right now, the highest peak that it was at 8.8, and that was a record in like a million decades, so we have been actually going down. They say that by next year they see us at 4.6, which is a dramatic drop from where we're at right now. That includes in housing, that includes like gas and everything. Inflation is going to go down, and they see it even lower in 2024. So keep your eyes open. Look at the market. Check your surroundings. Thank you guys for watching us, and we'll see you next time on the line. Bye. Girl, I was over there eating cornmeal ham, eggs, and grits.
I don't need the pastas. Sauce all on my face, and I gotta be all.
Ain't no pasta sauce on your face. You black. I ain't gonna know it in your mouth.
Yes, they are. They're gonna see it.
We're gonna see it in this blooper.
All right.